Oh, hi. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about why I believe a telephoto lens is a must-have. Preferably the 7200mm. This is Tamron's G2 version, but I'm talking about all kinds of 7200mm lenses. Anyway, let's pack the bag and get out into the real world.
Could be fake, just a blink of a moment, and it's gone. The smallest piece that we need when we're broken or lost. The moments that just passed us by when we go blinded by.
So one of the greatest things about shooting with the telephoto lens, when you have it all the way out at its maximum reach, you can shoot some really great portraits with it because it just accentuates the face of the person and the background just gets really smooth and really contrasty. So the first thing I really want to test, or at least show you, is what it looks like shooting portraits with a lens like this. So I'm going to shoot a couple of portraits with my wife. It's really windy in this forest at the moment, but there's some great light in here and I think it could work really well. So I'll just take a quick few simple shots. My wife's standing here, just getting the sunlight just kind of seeping in from the side, just to accentuate edges and contouring a little bit on this. So I'm shooting this at f2.8 and 1/250th of a second. It's a little bit dark in here, so I'm shooting it at ISO 640, but either way the images look pretty great. It's just that I'm having to fight with the wind a little bit. If you want to make things a little bit more interesting, you can shoot it out at 70mm and still get a nice background, but it just includes the environment and just adds a little bit more effect to it, so you kind of get the nice background scene in the image as well.
You feel alone by yourself, about to give up, but I won't.
So one thing I really love using a telephoto lens for is landscape photos. Normally when you're shooting with a wide angle lens, you're getting everything in the frame and your foreground is really accentuated, and that's basically what becomes your image. So if you have any mountains in the background, you're not really going to see them, or you will see it, but they'll be really small and they're not going to be your main focus. So by using a telephoto lens, you're able to draw into that mountain in the background, bring that forward and basically focus on the detail of the mountain. So right now I'm not exactly in the most beautiful location, but I've got a nice scene here. There's a lot of dark clouds, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be shooting this at 200mm, and I've got a ND graduated filter on plus a polarizing filter on, just to bring back some of the color and take away some of the glare as well in the background. What I'm going to use the ND filter for is to bring back some of the detail in the clouds. So what I'm trying to get right now is this mountain here in the background, and I'm zooming in on that at 200mm, and just behind that there's another mountainscape in the background. But with it being really windy at the moment, I'm having to shoot my shutter speed a little bit faster, so I've got this at 400th of a second just to be able to freeze the motion of the camera shake. And because I want to get as much detail in this and also bring the detail in from the background, I'm going to shoot this at f8, which should add quite a good amount of detail in and also add some more detail back into the clouds as well. But with me having to shoot at a faster shutter speed and with it being a little bit dark here, I'm having to put my ISO up to 500 to compensate and get a correct exposure. But obviously, as you see right now, this is quite a wide shot. What you're seeing, it looks okay. It looks like quite a nice shot, but when you're trying to get the mountain in the background, it looks really small and you're not seeing much of it. So by using a telephoto lens, you're going to be able to draw that background in and focus just on that. So anyway, let me take the shot and you guys can take a look.
All in all, a telephoto lens is a really great piece of gear to have in your lineup, and I mean, you can cover a wide range of different subjects. I even use it for concerts, I've used it for a wedding, and if you can get close enough, it's really good for wildlife. But obviously you need to remember that different telephoto lenses will give you different results, and not all of them can go as low as f2.8. Some of them will begin around f4 and go up from that. But when you do zoom in, you can get similar results with a nice background and your subject really sticks out. So you just have to bear that in mind depending on what kind of lens you get. But otherwise, you can use this for pretty much anything. And one great thing you can use a telephoto lens for is shooting video. Oh, you're still watching? Well, in that case, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, preferably out at its max. I'm gonna stop saying that word. I can say it. Maximum. Preferably out at its max.